Hey guys, welcome to my revamped AFK Armadyl guide. I decided to revamp this guide because I got a lot of questions on my older one, and since then Revel++ has been released, so I thought I'd add it in the guide as it is easier to AFK with Revel++ at God Wars Dungeon 1, especially at Kree'arra. So yeah, let's get right into the video. As for the requirements, you don't require these requirements to actually kill Kree'arra. You can do it fine with 280 stats and just some decent armor like Armadyl and a crystal bow will do, but this is for fully AFK. So you need 90 plus ranged and defense, preferably 99, and vampirism aura for extra healing. You can also use a penance aura if it's too easy for you anyway. A blood amulet will do, a blood amulet of fury or a blood dungeoneering necklace. Curses will help out loads. You can AFK kind of without curses by praying ranged, but I recommend you have curses to fully AFK. To 80 plus armor, so I was using Death Lotus, but you can use Pernix, Animacore of Zamorak, and Sirenic, which isn't really worth it, but you can use it if you want to. A 280 plus weapon if required, so a Zarat bow, Decimation, Noxious bow, a Royal crossbow, or a tuned crystal. The glaives will do as well, but preferably a two-handed weapon because it's easier to AFK with. As for useful things to bring or have, the Charming Imp to get the charms, unless you already have 200 mil summoning and don't give a shit about charms, a Bone Crusher to crush the bones, and a Demon Horn necklace to maybe, if you want to, at the end of the kill, put on and get some free prayer back, but you don't really need it. Unless you're going to be camping there for 3 hours on end, you could, because then you won't have enough inventory spaces for prayer potions to last that long. But yeah, it's an option. Overloads are very useful and will just speed up your kills and experience per hour, and therefore maximizing your profit per hour, but are not required. You can also just use a grand ranging potion and a super defense or grand defense potion, and you will do just fine. A spring cleaner for some of the rune drops, especially when killing the boss, it's useful. You can also bring alch runes to just pick up all the rune drops and just alch them. But yeah, sometimes the spring cleaner just cleans up the rune drop just for you real nicely. And that's that, so you save inventory spaces while lasting there for hours on end. Now, more or less the setup I was using is what you see on screen. The gear is my Death Lotus, my Kiln Cape for ranged, a Blood Fury, Ascension Grips because I just had them laying around. You can also just use Warpiece gloves, Cinderbane gloves, and other ranged gauntlets or gloves. The ring is a Ring of Fortune. If you have luck with dwarves, bring it with you, it's better. The abilities and bar isn't really accurate. You can see freedom on there, ignore that. But yeah, that's a basic bar that I was using, and I could fully AFK with that. The only really important thing on the bar is debilitate, because if this automatically activates with Revel++, which I'll show you how to activate in just a minute, it decreases the damage and makes it easier to AFK, so you might as well. Test Swiftness is on there with other thresholds. Now, sometimes it activates and sometimes it doesn't. It depends on how fast you use up your other thresholds, and then you get 100% adrenaline, and then you automatically use it with Revel++. You don't require it, so if you don't even have the ability, don't worry about it. You can AFK just fine without it. I've removed it from my bar to test it out, so you don't need to do the World's Wakes quest to unlock this ability to AFK per se. The inventory is pretty straightforward. Food, the Bone Crush and Demon Horn necklace to switch. Super prayer renewals, I take 8. You can last an hour and 30 minutes with that. Maybe even 2 hours if you're a bit efficient, and maybe if you're using a penance aura. A Bunyip for extra healing. I recommend this if you're 90 defense, just for a little bit of extra healing. A God Wars Dungeon teleport tab is in my inventory. Now, I couldn't use this, but this is an easy way to get to the God Wars Dungeon place if you don't have a max cape or whatever. Because, well, it's just easy. And you do require the Mighty Fall quest complete. Now, I don't have it complete, so I couldn't use this, so I teleport by using 2 Law runes and 2 Fire runes, because I have completed the Edgar's Ruse quest, but you don't have to do that. You can also just walk there with rock climbing boots if you don't have the Edgar's Ruse quest complete either, so don't worry, but I'll show you how to do that in just a second. So to activate Revolution++, you go to your action bar wheel, you right click it and you choose combat settings, then you tick on Revolution, and then you have little boxes for basics, ultimates and thresholds, and you would want to tick them all off for every situation for AFKing anyway, and that's how it uses your abilities automatically. And you can even choose on how many slots are used in the Revolution mode on your action bar, up to 14 slots. So that's how you activate it. Easy and simple, let's move on. Now if you do not know how to get to God Wars Dungeon 1, just follow the video, it's really simple. And if you cannot teleport to Trollheim, this is because you have not completed the Edgar's Ruse quest, and you will have to walk there with your rock climbing boots. Now the way you walk there is shown in my other guides. I'll link one in the description that shows you that. If you do know how to get there, just skip through the video. The Armadyl encampment is in the south of the dungeon. So for kill count, you just kill the Aviancies. I have a guide on them, in fact, on my channel, which I'll link, but yeah, they're easy. Once you have 40 KC, go to the room and start an instance on fastest. This costs 200k, but it is worth it because you get more kills per hour, therefore meaning more experience per hour, easier AFKing, and more GP per hour. So when you're ready, pot up, summon your bunyip. I couldn't in the video, but ignore that. So pot up, summon your bunyip, activate your auras, the vampirism aura especially, and just get ready to AFK, put your soul split on and relax. It's really that easy. I mean, I could talk about this and tell you what to do and stuff, but if you have the same bar, same setup, you can just AFK all day long. And I might just leave 2 full kills in this video. I have actually live streamed before, and I was just AFKing Armadyl, and you guys could see how easy it actually is with this setup. So I will show you a kill though with just the range prayer on and the vampirism aura without a bunyip and a blood fury. So here's a kill with me using the same setup, but no curses on at all. No anguish, no soul split, just praying ranged or deflect ranged prayer on. With the vampirism aura and the blood fury healing me, and no bunyip, by the way, no bunyip. So as you can see, it's actually still pretty AFK. I would watch out though, because sometimes Armadyl hits more than the last kill and you will get low HP, but as you can see, I only lose around 2k HP doing the kill, and that can easily be healed up afterwards by killing the minions. So this is also a viable method of killing Kree'arra, but if you do have curses or are planning to get them unlocked, it is totally worth getting them unlocked, just for everything else you can do in this game with curses, and for this reason, because you can just AFK Armadyl like it's nothing. I was actually AFKing Armadyl while editing this video, by the way, so that's you know, it's kind of funny. But yeah, that was the guide. Thanks for watching the guide, guys. I hope it helped you out. If it did, drop a comment, like, and maybe even subscribe. I do have more guides on my channel. I have a guide on each God Wars Dungeon 1 boss and a few of God Wars Dungeon 2. I'll link it in the card section and the end video section. And I do have a public Discord server, which the link is in the description. So if you want to join that, that'd be cool. We can interact more, and you can even put video suggestions in the Discord for me to upload. So yeah, catch you guys later, guys. Peace.